Scorpio, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It's a message for Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising sign. This is an energy reading, guys, so please take it where and how it resonates in your life. This is your message. And if you're not a Scorpio and this has popped up on your feed, it is absolutely for you. It would only have come to you if you called it, because on some level you knew there's a message in here that you need to hear, and this is where your message begins. So interesting how the Scorpio reading starts in Taurus, which is your counterpart across the wheel. So what does that mean? It could mean that you need balance in your life. It could mean that you need to bring something to the surface. And that's not something that's easy for Scorpios at all. This could be looking into the future. A lot of times this is proposal, because this is about investing in the future commitments, investing in your future commitments, investing in the future of what you want to sustain and make last. And so there is prospects of long-term commitment. There are prospects of something that you want to maintain. Your ships coming in could also be financial abundance or prosperity, or money that you were owed for shipments or products that you have created or that you put out there. So whatever you put out there, it's like there's tangible resources coming back, and there's this beautiful energy of knowing that something is sustainable or making the right investment. So be very, very clear, of course, because we have the retrogrades happening. But I think in retrogrades, as long as you take your time and you read over things a couple of times and get some opinions on them, this is an energy of something that could be an exceptional investment. And then there's a feeling of being left behind or being left out, which is really interesting. And I need to understand that card. Eight of Swords is thinking that it wasn't going to come to you, or thinking that you were going to be left out. So there could be some denial that you're facing. I don't think this energy is lesser than or outdone by this. I just think it's almost like you're feeling either something is too good to be true, and which in this case, I don't think it is, or something is like you're missing it, or you don't want to look at it or think of it, because
it's a really interesting week. Most especially.
Yeah, so let's get into specifically what this card is trying to tell us for Scorpio. Why is that here? There's something that's coming back from the past, something that you are very fond of and should let your heart open up to. It has something to do with something that left you or rejected you, and ultimately maybe you're rejecting this new opportunity because you're still pining for something from the past. Okay. We do that a lot, right? No, you know what God wants you to know? Scorpio, whatever's happening now is going to offer you clarity on this past situation that you were left behind in. It's coming back, and it's going to allow you to get some sort of stability, or get some sort of assertiveness, proof, or a solid answer. Something is definitely coming to the surface. I think in a lot of ways, maybe you thought you were never, this could be a part of yourself that you thought you were never going to use, and now there's a reason to use it. Or this maybe was a person or an opportunity that you thought was never going to happen, or that you were never going to speak to, and now there's a purpose. Okay, so you know what? No place like home. You're going home somewhere. And it's on the new moon. Do you see the imagery in the sky? It's sort of like a seashell or a face. So guys, this is very maternal energy. This is very much something you've held on to since, I don't know, since you were a child, or something that you care deeply about. You have a deep emotional connection. And now there's clarity with regards to somebody's feelings, especially if they were, you had disconnected from them. Yeah, you could be heading home, because this is a card of home as well. The Six of Cups, longing for home, nostalgia for home, happiness or clarity with regards to something that hurt you, something that you had to disassociate from or were disassociated from. No place like home. Okay. I need specifics though. Something's coming to the surface. What is coming to the surface? Trapped in fear. That's the Eight of Swords. You were trapped in fear, recognition and reward. You were trapped in fear that nobody was always ever going to recognize you. And this could be because you never felt good enough because of something that happened from your past. But trapped in fear, or trapped in fear because of recognition and reward. In other words, always making decisions that had to be recognized or validated. Right? Especially with that Hierophant energy. This energy of something always had to be validated or officiated. Ultimately, you were scared maybe of a parental figure, father figure, mother figure, community leader. Maybe you were just scared of it. You always needed their approval. But there's this beautiful energy of getting that clarity or recognizing, yes, getting that clarity or recognizing somebody is impressed by you. They were really admiring what you were doing. They were actually caring about what you were contributing. They are impressed with you. That's what God wants you to know. They are impressed with you. And I think maybe you thought you'd never get this, or an investment that you made, say in college or something, and you're still paying back the loans. You thought, oh, I'll never get the return on this, but you are. You actually made a really smart decision, Scorpio. And now throughout all the pain of pride and shame or fear that, oh, it's never going to go anywhere, or I'm the laughing stock, whatever it is, that's not what's happening. There's a beautiful understanding of an appreciation for your insightfulness, the direction that you chose. It's almost like somebody finally sees your value or worth, and it's not because you were seeking it. It's because you earned it and you were right. And it really for you isn't about being right. I feel tears coming up. I feel this sense of humility. And maybe that's where God wanted you to find the blessings. He wanted you to find the blessings in a position of humility. A sense of, now I know what this is worth, and that's why I'm getting the recognition and reward. And that's good, because I don't think you'll ever take advantage of it here, but it's definitely something that will bring tears to your eyes, because you really thought this was a lost cause, or you'd really given up on this, or you'd given up on this part of yourself. So let's get more details. What is this, God? Or who is this, right? Because this could be a who, 100%. We have, okay, so it could be a Taurus that hid their feelings. So this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. This is somebody who's very practical and doesn't like to demonstrate how they feel, or they hide their self-value with what they give to others. That's the Moon energy here. So a lot came out. Maybe we're finally getting the story here. Okay, so yeah, this is the Queen of Pentacles and the Moon card. So this is definitely something coming out, making sense around the eclipse. There are feelings or emotions that are about to be demonstrated, something that was hidden, which is somebody's appreciation for you that is going to be demonstrated, especially maybe an earth sign who was very, very practical. And Taurus did show up. Maybe you just didn't know what they were trying to say or how they valued you. but it's going to become clear, and you do have the support. I'm going to clarify the moon card, but let's keep reading these primaries. We have clarity or a message that's coming through. Maybe somebody's DMing you, or they want to talk to you. They want to have a conversation. There was definitely there was definite disassociation that left you disappointed. There was definite maybe a lostness. It could be maybe somebody was distracted, always making other choices. Maybe you thought they were always looking, and then somebody ended up very disappointed with what they found. It just wasn't what they wanted, right? Because they were so distracted with everything else. This is also a sense of deception. Just like the moon card is there, the Seven of Cups is very moon card oriented in that it's distraction and delusion and not really seeing value, almost like a veil or a fog, like a smoke screen, somebody making promises that they couldn't keep. And this is it is somebody who made promises that they couldn't keep, but there's still these emotions, or, there's still these emotions that are still being harbored here. And ultimately, I think that there is an admission or a revelation that's coming to the surface that is going to ease your pain, ease suffering, ease anxiety, or ease a trauma that you had experienced because of all the disconnect or the feelings that this made you feel. There's just clarity now, or a decision that I do not think you're going to be expecting. Okay. All right. So what is the moon card? First of all, what was the Seven of Cups? What was the deception? What was the moon card? We have the Hierophant and the High Priestess. The moon card is intuitively understanding what is valuable, intuitively understanding what mattered, or intuitively knowing worth or value. Oh, there's the Devil. Oh, we have Taurus, Capricorn energy. So it's almost like intuitively you realize somebody was stuck and somebody was afraid. Somebody was toxic, going through crazy ass crap. Maybe it was something that you'd already committed to, or there was high value on this, but there was toxicity. And the High Priestess would suggest that intuitively you knew there was some sort of negative or chains or connection that were around this person or this opportunity. It was sucking them down, bringing them back. It could be somebody that you cared about a great deal that was struggling with addiction, or that was struggling with some kind of addiction, whatever kind of addiction there was. Okay. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So it's going to make you feel really good about yourself, is what they're telling me. So there is a level of stability and credit where credit is due that's coming back, because somebody was stuck in a situation that was very toxic, and now they're coming back to say, I really can appreciate you and all that you did for me. I could even be, in some ways, you could be receiving money back from a situation that drained you or took things from you because somebody wouldn't listen or somebody wouldn't respect you. But that's being returned, is what the cards are saying. That's what's being returned. Let's get a moon card. Did we already choose a moon card? We have to choose a moon card, because we have the new moon in Aries that's coming. And new moon in Aries is all about, your sense of possibility in yourself, your sense of maybe a new understanding or a new way to look at yourself. So hold on. We have nothing is yet set in stone, is what, in other words, things are ready to be in flux, Scorpio, because they can still change. And maybe there was something in the past that, I don't want to say you took it wrong, because I think you took it right, but it's changing. That's what the cards are saying. It's changing the past. Ooh. And not because, see, this is the thing. And this is why the High Priestess and the Hierophant is present. This is about faith. This isn't about you praying for or trying to manifest something you should have let go of. This is about the past actually changing because something that shouldn't have happened happened. And it was almost like a timeline. And it's now righting itself or fixing itself. And I don't think that you are even thinking of it. That's why you're going to be so fucking shocked that this is coming back around, or it's finally coming out now, right? That's what it is. So specifically then, can you guide me, God, toward what is it? We have the Ace of Swords, so clarity about what was said or actions that were taken or a promise that was made that took a lot of strength. So somebody is coming forward to you to deliver a message that they know they have to say, something that they know they have to say, or a message like a letter or something that finally gets through that they know they have to say. And that's the vindication. The Ace of Swords implies that upright implies that there is a good statement or clarity with regards to actions that were taken or the action that you finally have to take. I think it's actions that you already took and now they're being strengthened by somebody's hindsight. That's what I think it is. Or at the very least, having the strength to combat somebody's harsh words or requirements or red tape or you would be finding loopholes. You would be finding loopholes. So yeah, right? I know this is a beautiful reading. I love this energy for you guys. I just do. So God, should I trust this? Should we trust this energy? I've got to go into the extended. Please pop over with me. Should we trust this energy? 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 Let's see. I'll see you guys there.